Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, my first official video talking about the game with the new Month 4 update. This next update's a pretty big one. There's a lot of things that they've changed, but more importantly, the biggest thing that I think a lot of people are excited for, at least I know I am, are the brand new 2 free-to-open crates. We have what is known as a Survivor crate, and we have what is known as a Wanderer crate. As you can see here, these are the awesome items that we're going to be able to get in our skin packages. These may look a little bit familiar because they're from they're kind of very reminiscent of the actual movie Battle Royale. If you've seen that movie, the original, then some of these skins may look a little bit familiar because it kind of falls after the film. I gotta admit, I really like the Survivor crate plaid, something about wearing plaid, and I really do want the purple skirt because I just think it would be funny to run around in a fucking goddamn purple skirt as a black man. Why is that so satisfying? I don't know. Also, very soon we're gonna be getting another crate, but this is a very limited time crate that only lasts, I think, for about 2 weeks, and it's for a charity event in which they're gonna be using all the funds that are used to buy the crate, which is very, very limited items. All that will be used for charity, and that crate will never be offered again. So far, they haven't released what's going to be in that yet, but considering that my jacket in this game is worth nearly $250 and I pre-ordered the game for an extra $10, you can bet my ass I'm going to be buying quite a few of those crates just so I can maximize my profit off skins and then make my money back, essentially. Now, on to the patch notes. They did some server optimization with the fences, doors, windows, optimized some vehicle physics. As we well know, vehicle physics in this game are a bit funky. We even got some client optimization, including the user interface, more vehicle physics, terrain rendering. But what I'm most excited for is the new weapon they added, which is the MK14 EBR. I'm really hoping they eventually bring in a gun in this game, which will literally kill somebody in one shot through level 3 armor and helmet. After all, a shotgun with a choke can eliminate pretty practically level 3 in one hit. I don't see why we can't make a sniper rifle or a very high-powered gun that is always a one-hit. Even with the op, it's always not a one-hit kill if you have level 3. And personally, I think it should be. At least if it's a headshot or something. They've also added a few new face presets, some hairstyle customizations for both different genders. But in terms of the gameplay, this is what I'm most excited for, folks. And they're adding first-person mode in the next few days to North America and EU for solo and duo game modes. Now, first-person mode is really going to change how this game is played, because right now in third-person, it really gives you a unrealistic advantage being able to look over your shoulder and see so much around you. Whereas when you're playing first person in this game, you're gonna be so tunnel vision that's really gonna up the skill cap of how well people can actually play this game without using third person. They've also added a new feature to report players. I'm assuming this is gonna be somewhat similar to H1Z1 where you could report somebody's kill. They also fixed the issue where some people would kill knocked out teammates in order to avoid giving a kill count to the opponent who knocked them down. Now that kill count will go to the opponent in his specific case. No more team killing your friend in order for the enemy not to get a kill. For the love of Christ, they finally increased the reload of the VSS, although it's not the best gun in the game. I always thought the reload speed was astronomically long, but this is a pretty significant one, is now that we can actually re-enter games once you're disconnected. Assuming you don't get fucking pop-shotted off, but if you disconnect mid-game, you're able to reconnect. And this is one of the most more unfortunate pieces of news, although this is just going to show my PC Master Race for the win. Sorry, console people. So you can now play the game with Xbox controllers. And quite frankly, if you're playing this game on PC already and you're playing with an Xbox controller where the vast majority of people are using a mouse and keyboard, well, you're gonna fucking suck dick. I own an Xbox One, don't worry, I'm not being that biased, but I'm just saying that in terms of actual player skill, there is a significant difference between using controllers and using a mouse and keyboard. Got some new effects when people are running on different surfaces now, instead of just the plain wood and plain outside. We can now officially honk our car horn, which is so, you just gotta hit left mouse click and we can now honk our horn, because there was nothing more annoying than being in a squad match with random players and they don't know that you're there in their car and you're waiting for them. You have to yell the microphone, or in that, if they're Asian, don't have a microphone and speak some different language, now you can just honk the horn and they'll be able to hear you. They've also decreased the chance of vehicle explosion after the vehicle gets stuck in objects, which is pretty significant because there's plenty of times where I was driving, I bumped something, and my car just explodes. They've added some new effects of tire screeching for the motorcycle. And they finally fixed the firing delay, which is something that always annoyed the fuck out of me, of the S1897 pump shotgun after you would reload. We got spark effects with flat tires now. And this is somewhat significant, as they also reduced the time of first aid kits and painkillers to officially 6 seconds. And now, the cast time for a med kit and an adrenaline syringe is 8. In the UI, we got a bunch of new hotkeys in the options menu. They've added some VSync options. They've added a FOV slider for first-person mode, so we can see the difference here. They posted this on their official Twitter. You can see the difference between the FOV. They also added some nice keybinds to such as muting all, so you don't have to go in options in order to do it. You can do it right through the keyboard, which is great. All you gotta do is press Control-M, and that will mute everybody. They also added an option to display helmet, vest, and backman equipped on the HUD UI. That's something that they've been wanting to work on for a while, is modifying the HUD UI. And next up, they did a few bug fixes. One of the major ones, and if you watched my stream yesterday, you would have actually saw this bug happen. I kind of rage quit. They fixed an issue of weapons sporadically ceasing to fire despite being set on auto firing mode. This has been an ongoing issue for me, and I feel like I've had this happen so many times. It happened last night when I was streaming this game. Between my I watched it. My gun literally it fired one shot on automatic and just didn't fire again. And yeah, I rage quit because I should have had the kill. We can no longer use consumables in vehicles underwater. I mean, realistically, duh. They fixed the loop where your reload animation, even after you would cancel the reload, would continue on and you'd keep hearing it over and over and over and over again. But yeah, that's all we have for today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. All this gameplay is my own. If you ever want to play some PUBG with me, feel free to check out my Discord. It is linked down below in the description. But until next time, thank you for watching and see you guys later. Peace.